Hello everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of my Pokemon Platinum Let's Play. I am, as always, magnificent entertainer, Bulbagarden's multimedia executive, and in the last episode, we explored the Elieson ruins, the Lost Tower, and this part of Route 10 coming up against some unmovable Psyduck. Truly the best obstacle we've ever had in any Pokemon series to date. Anyway, in this episode we will be pushing forward, going east. But before we do that, let's stop in this house over here. Howdy, traveler. Some of our customers are rowdy types, that want to battle. Do what you will with them, I don't mind. And this is... well, this is where you can buy some Moo Moo milk. That's 500 Pokedollars a bottle. Restores 100 HP, which means it's actually very worth it, but, wow, that took away a lot of my money. That's fine. It's all good. At least you can buy them in bulk. Youngster, you've seen the Psyduck huddled outside? Psyduck are Pokemon that suffer from chronic headaches. I'm afraid we'll have to wait for them to get better. Yeah, so those Psyduck are going to stand there until until the end of time, unless they get better. Anyway, let's actually have some Pokemon battles, shall we? Welcome, this place is my pride and joy. And we have here Waitress Katie, who has a Clefairy. Alright, let's take care of this quickly. Giga Drain. So yeah, I thought the guy only said that it was the customers that got rowdy, not his employees. But, alright. Wake up Slap. That didn't do much. Hopefully we'll be able to heal that all off before... Yeah, heal that all off before the end of the battle. Yes. Okay. And you gain some experience for that. Not a lot. I take losses with an unusually big smile. I would hope so. Anyway, I'm actually going to switch Heracross to the front, or I should say Juniper to the front, and talk to this guy. We were having a heated discussion over Pokemon the way collectors do. That's lovely, buddy. Collector Fernando has a Heracross, so we're going to have a little mirror battle here. Level 25, that's fairly high, but I'm higher level, and one good Aerial Ace should take care of you. And so it does, which is good, because if that didn't take care of you, you probably would have Aerial Aced me. Knowledge alone isn't everything, you know. I'm not the one that said knowledge alone was everything. I'm more knowledgeable than anyone else. I have a rare Pokemon, but I'm weak at battling. That's a Pokemon. I have the exact same Pokemon, buddy, and mine is stronger than yours. Anyway, what have you got? I'm a collector, and I love honey. How much do you love honey? I bet you don't love honey as much as I do, collector. Oh, never mind. I guess you do love honey more than I do, because you actually spent the time to track down the 4 Munchlax trees and spent all the honey trying to find that 1% encounter, only to have me knock out your Munchlax almost instantly with a Brick Break. Yeah, see, I knew that would one-shot it. But still, you are an avid honey guy. What have you done to my Pokemon? It took me forever. Yes, that's exactly why I don't bother trying to catch it. A Munchlax in this game. I went through a lot of bother to catch my Pokemon, but since I've not raised it, it's as weak. I don't think you can catch any Pokemon that's level 25 on Honey Trees, so I think this guy is lying. Oh well, not my concern. That's about all there is for over here. So, let's head over to Route 215, and you can see it's raining. Actually, I am going to activate my dowsing machine, because I think that there's a hidden item here somewhere. Maybe I'm thinking of somewhere else. There's another honey tree over there, and over here we've got a Ruin Maniac. I'm a treasure hunter. Today the loot is victory from you. How is that loot? You can't... I mean, I guess you get some money for defeating me, but I imagine that you'd get a lot more money if you actually discovered something worthwhile other than beating a 10-year-old in a Pokemon battle. Maybe I'm just silly. Anyway, yeah, it's raining, which means that if you have a water type like I do, you can use that and it'll gain power to its water type moves. I probably might put Penguin out to the front, but we'll see. Right now I'm okay with Heracross, or Juniper. I gotta get used to calling her Juniper. And one more Brick Break takes care of this Bronzor. Bronzor, it's very defensive. It's not actually weak to fighting type moves because of that part psychic type, so you know, it's a little difficult to take down, but not too big of a problem. Now, the rain also weakens fire-type moves, so those that Bronzor might actually have no weaknesses, because Bronzor can actually have two abilities. One is Heatproof, the other is Levitate. Levitate completely gets rid of its ground-type weakness, while Heatproof gets rid and gives it a ground immunity. Instead, Heatproof gives it... Well, it means that it takes normal damage from fire types, which does technically take away the weakness. I can't win, you're too strong for me to win, but it does leave it susceptible to fire type. You can still damage it with fire type moves. And yeah, if you're after treasures, go to the underground. Anybody can do it. If it was morning, this guy would battle us, and you can find a max ether over here. It actually is nighttime, and I did that for a very specific reason. You're kind of odd standing here overlooking the route. Do unto others as they do unto you. Yep, it's payback. It's good for Pokemon battles, but if you do that in real life, there'll be no end to the fighting, that's for sure. And we get TM66 Payback. As I said, payback is harsh. Use it after the foe, and its power gets doubled. So yeah, that's a fairly good Dark-type move that's useful on a slower Pokemon. Maybe it's here that I was thinking of? Yes, okay. And there's a revive right there. So that's lovely. Anyway, you can come down here and battle this Karate Man. Check the sharpness of my fighting Pokemon's moves. The sharpness, so does that mean that they carry blades, or they've got pointed sticks? Or it's just a Krogunk? Well, Krogunk is pretty awesome. But if it had dry skin, it would actually benefit from this weather, but it doesn't. It has anticipation. It's anticipating this aerial ace. See, anticipation would be useful, or more useful, if it actually did something other than say, hey, this Pokemon has a move that I'm weak to. If it, like, actually gave you a resistance to the first time that was used because you were anticipating it. But it doesn't, so it's not good. Anyway, Juniper grows to level 30, which is great. We defeated Derek. You've dulled its sharpness. It didn't even get to move. Alright, let's actually put Penguin out to the front. No, you know what? Let's put Spiritomb out to the front. Payback might actually be a good move for Spiritomb, because it's fairly slow. But I don't think it's a move that I'll teach it. I mean, I'd consider it, but... Anyway, you can use Cut up here, and you can face another Karate Man. You come along with your heart pounding. You think you can win like that? Hi-ya! I think I can win like that, yes. Oh, 3 Pokemon. You've got Machop. Well, bad news for you. Your fighting-type moves aren't going to work on my Spiritomb. Unless you have the foresight to try something that would prevent, or that would allow it to work. How am I faster than you? Spiritomb is extraordinarily slow. I mean, I know I'm 6 levels higher, and Machop's not exactly fast, but Spiritomb is incredibly slow. Whatever. Alright, another Machop. That shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, exact same level. I don't understand how you built your... Okay, Quick Claw activating was probably not necessary, but you never know. But yeah, if I do teach Spiritomb Payback, I'd probably get the Quick Claw off of it, because I don't want that activating and preventing payback from doing double damage. But like I said, that's not currently in my plan of things to do. Yeah, this guy has literally 3 of the exact same Pokemon. 3 level 23 Machop. Gee, I wonder how this is going to go. Oh, wow, look, I took it out in one shot with Ominous Wind. Gurgle. Yep, you better gurgle. If I lose here, I wouldn't stand a chance at the Battle Frontier. Not against those hardcore pros, I wouldn't. Well, the Battle Frontier, that sounds interesting. Anyway, from coming up here and battling that guy, you can get a fist plate. There's text engraved in the back of the obtained plate. The original one breathed alone before the universe came. Well, isn't that lovely? Anyway, jump down here and read this sign backwards. Pokemon attacks are classified as being either physical or special. And yeah, this is actually a new feature of this game. Previously, it was the move's type that determined whether it was a physical or special attack. Oh, don't go jumping down there. Yeah, previously it was the move's type that determined whether the move was physical or special. In this game, it actually depends on what the attack is doing. So, you know, a move like Waterfall is now suddenly physical, and a move like Surf is still special. Anyway, we're going to pick a couple of Blackberries over here. And we're going to pick some Pecha Berries over here. Those are kind of redundant since I have the Lum Berries. Anyway, what kind of is bad about this particular route, even though it's clearly raining and rain should water the soil, that doesn't actually count, so you still have to come here and water your berries. Oh, I don't have a repel up. That's great. Well, I guess I can say you can catch Lickitung here. Lickitung used to be a relatively mediocre normal type. It's got an evolution in this game. It's not, you know, out of all the Pokemon that gained evolutions in this game, I think Licky might be my least favorite. But, you know, again, it's still something that it didn't used to have. Over here you can grab a Hyper Potion. And go down here. I probably should activate a repel, come to think of it. Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned, but after you get the 3rd gym badge, you can buy super repels. I think I actually did mention that last time, now that I'm considering it. Anyway, I'm going to cut this over here to completely bypass the grass and waste my repel, because hooray. And over here we have another Karate Min. Every drop of sweat I shed makes me that much stronger. I mean, yeah, I guess that means that you're doing some physical work, or you could just be sitting around on a very warm day. Alright, you got a Krogunk. I like Krogunk. Your anticipation is probably going to shudder because of Dream Eater, but that's not actually what I'm going to be using on you because, well, I'd need to use Hypnosis to do that. Anyway, we'll use Ominous Wind. I may have to switch Spiritomb out before the end of this battle because its Feint Attack isn't going to do much of anything since fighting resists Dark. I'm not 100% sure why that is. Now, I know that a lot of the motif... Oh, Metatite. That's actually weak to my Ominous Wind, which is nice. And you used Mind Reader, so that would actually allow you to hit me with... Actually, no, it wouldn't. I'm thinking Miracle Eye. It probably setting up for High Jump Kick, but I don't know why. Anyway, like I was saying, I know that a lot of the motif for Dark-type moves is kind of like fighting dirty. So I think they wanted to have fighting, like actual competitive martial arts, be superior to fighting dirty. But I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. I would feel like that if someone fights dirty, and yeah, see, it is using Foresight, which means that it was trying to hit my Spiritomb with fighting-type moves. But yeah, I mean, I would think that in an actual fight, if you fought dirty, you would be more likely to win, but I don't get into a lot of fist fights, so what do I know? Anyway, Giga Drain didn't quite take you out. Now I shall have my revenge, says the Machop. And that actually did a decent amount, but it got you poisoned. I don't know if we've seen Poison Point activate recently, but yeah, it's not going to take it out, unfortunately. May have activated Guts, but it really doesn't matter because you've got 1 HP left, and I'm going to drain that 1 HP and just be done. Yeah, there we go. Took you out, little to no problems. And Spiritomb grows to level 30, which is great. And we defeated Black Belt Nathaniel. I should be lighter by the amount of sweat I just shed. Ah, so you started sweating while your Pokemon were battling. It's time for another workout. The more I sweat, the tougher I get. Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily reflect how tough your Pokemon are. Anyway, there's nothing of consequence that way. If we come up here, I think there's a hidden item somewhere. No? Or am I just using the dowsing machine incorrectly? Of course I'm not. Anyway, over here you can get an HP up. It's a useful vitamin. Oh dear. And of course, the very last step is where I encounter a Pokemon. Staravia. Staravia is a good Pokemon. I really do like the Starly family. I think it's still, even with the Generation 8 coming out, I think Staravia, the Starly family in general is... Oh, I can't escape. That's embarrassing. But luckily Endeavor doesn't affect Spiritomb. Can I go now? No. Of course I can't. Well... I might as well just knock this thing out for some experience. We'll try one more time. There we go. See, it knew what was coming and it decided to just let me go. Alright, let's switch MEgaPod to the front. And we'll cut down this tree over here. And we'll grab the TM34 Shockwave. So that's I think it's a 60 power electric type move that never misses. That's very useful against your rival. Yeah, 60 power never misses. That's very useful against your rival's opening Staravia because it's got that double team Endeavor strategy. Alright. Oops, did not mean to hop down over there, but we'll grab this full heal over here. And we'll not scoot through this grass. I really have to remember that this is a DS game, so it's got very high encounter levels, but there's an upside to this, and that's that I believe one good Giga Drain will allow me to heal off the damage that I took from that Machop's Revenge. Here we go. And yeah, Meryl's got a decent amount of HP, it got a decent amount of bulk, so that was very good. Now, over here, you have a mandatory battle. You could challenge these guys one at a time, but I'll challenge them one at a time. You're taking on the Veilstone Gym, but first... And we've got Ace Trainer Maya over here with her own Roselia. I could do an epic battle of the ages between Roselias, but we'd be here forever, and that's rather boring, so I'll just switch over to Juniper, who is my dedicated grass and poison exterminator. Which is funny because it's a bug. Ah, you've got toxic spikes. Well, that's fun. I could always just switch back in my Roselia to get rid of them toxic spikes. Anyway, we'll take you out and heal off. Oh, critical hit. Nice. I don't think we needed it, but still good. Take you out. Heal up our 1 HP of damage. And rain continues to fall. And you're sending out a Ralts, which is a good choice because it's a psychic type, but it's also kind of frail, so this should take care of that. Yeah, down you go. And last up, you've got a Lickitung, which is going to stand no chance against a Brick Break. So yeah, you could challenge these two at once, and you'd get a double battle, and they believe they each have 3 Pokemon, but I decided to be an oddball this time. Challenge them one at a time. My confidence is crushed. It should be. If you couldn't defeat this one fighting-type Pokemon, how are you going to challenge the next gym? Anyway, let's battle this guy now, by himself. I'll take on anyone. It can only make me stronger. I don't think that's how it works. I think that if your Pokemon faints, it doesn't actually gain any experience. Although I suppose if you did manage to knock out one of my Pokemon... So hey, the first trainer had a Roselia, the second trainer has a Gligar. Are these guys mirroring my team? That's not cool, guys. Alright, you're going to use Feint Attack. Maybe that'll poison you. This is before you gain the hidden ability Poison Heal, so that's actually going to help me out quite a bit here. And we'll Giga Drain you. I know that's only going to do normal damage because your flying subtype offsets your ground weakness. But yeah, one more hit should take care of you, and really that Feint Attack didn't do much at all. Oh, you withdrew Gligar, and you're sending in Drifblim. I don't think it's very often that we see random Pokemon trainers sub out their Pokemon. Anyway, as you can kind of clearly see, this is definitely not Roselia's battle. So I'll switch into my own Ghost type, shall I? There you go. Chew on that. And yeah, that was a very good switch in for you because you've got Gust, which would have been super effective on my Roselia, on my Masquerose, but I have thwarted you. And your Ominous Wind is indeed powerful. I hope you don't get all the all stats up, but I've still got Feint Attack. And slowly, 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 yes! And, oh boy, Aftermath. You know, I have to wonder, because in the original Diamond and Pearl, the Ghost-type gym was just a bunch of math problems. I have to wonder if that was because of Drifblim's Aftermath ability. That would have to be the most silly connection I've ever thought of. But think about it. Math problems, Drifblim is a Ghost-type with the Aftermath ability. Maybe. Anyway, Masquerose grew to level 30, which is nice. And you should have, well, 2 more Pokemon because you switched out your Gligar. So, here we go. Gligar is still poisoned. And that Quick Claw comes in clutch. We get in our Feint Attack. I'm telling you, this Spiritomb really is lucky. Gligar goes down. Gain a decent chunk of experience. Would have thought Roselia would have gained some experience for that. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, your last Pokemon is Buizel. I might as well keep Spiritomb in here. Yep, you were calling a switch. I did not do that. I considered it. I considered switching back to Masquerose, but yeah, I didn't need to. I one-shot you with Spiritomb. Didn't need that type advantage. And we defeated Dennis. Obvious exits are Northwest and Dennis. In a Pokemon battle, it doesn't matter how old or young you are. Your gender doesn't matter either. Nothing like that means anything. That is exactly correct. Anyway, you can come over here and grab a Mago Berry. And right next to it, you can grab a Wiki Berry. I guess Wikipedia has its own berries now. That's fun. Anyway, I'll be planting berries around here after the episode. You know, I do all that stuff off screen so that I don't bore you. With that, though, we'll come on in here. I wanted to go to Celestic Town, but there were some Pokemon in the way. Who knows why they're there, but they're not budging. Yes, I've seen those, Psyduck, and they're not budging because they've got headaches, as Psyduck usually does. Anyway, with that, we have arrived in Veilstone City, which is actually my favorite city in this entire game. But we're really just going to be passing through here for now. I think I'm going to heal up my Pokemon. And we'll explore Veilstone City next time, but this time I actually have something else in mind, which, you know, you would see if you were looking at the, if you were looking at the episode objectives below. Alright, with that, I think we're done here, at least for now. I love the music, I love the atmosphere. I love that you can defeat Team Galactic here, although not for a while, actually. Anyway, we're just going to actually completely ignore the city for now. That Ruin Maniac, it takes effort and dedication to do what he did. Yeah, off-screen I actually did, what's it called? I did catch all of the unknown. That message from that guy would be a little different depending on how many unknown you caught. But anyway, we're now here on Route 214. I believe that's all this says, yeah. And you've got an unavoidable battle with a Psychic right here. But other than that... There! Behind you! A tree. Other than that, I'm going to try to avoid battling the trainers here, because I'm not really here to explore this route either. I'm just kind of here to pick up a specific item and do a specific thing. We'll Giga Drain that Chingling. I'm a little bit upset that Chingling is not a Psychic Steel type. You know, again, I know Chimecho would lose that subtype when it evolved, or that it would lose its subtype when it evolved, but Chingling is... It's based on a bell. It really should be part Steel type. Anyway, we'll Giga Drain that Curlia. How funny we're going after Psychic types with a Poison type, but you're not even attacking me on the one chance that you had. Okay, you're protecting yourself from critical hits. One more Giga Drain will take care of you. And the Poison type is now 2-0 for going up against Psychic types. And your last Poke... See, why didn't you switch to that in the first place? Anyway, that is very clearly not Roselia's battle, so I'll switch over to Gligar. Payback. That shouldn't do... Actually, I don't know. I technically didn't go, so... we'll use Feint Attack on that Drifloon over there. And this will probably activate its Aftermath. Oh, it actually lived. That's surprising. At like 1 HP it lived. Unfortunately, Quick Attack and Earthquake wouldn't do anything to it, given its type combination. But, there you go. And yeah, that hurt you because of the Aftermath. You gain some experience. And we defeated Psychic Abigail. My plan to Spooky didn't go over well at all. Yes, that's because literally the only thing behind me was a tree. It may be tough, but let your guard down at your own risk. Anyway, let me heal up Gligar, because it wouldn't do for him to, or for her to faint. I'm not used to most of my team being female. There you go, 42. The meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Let me get off my bike for this. We're not going to go in there just yet, and I really shouldn't actually be. Now, is it this patch of grass, or is it... It's the next patch of grass. So we're going to just Rock Smash over here. We're not going to grab that item yet, because like I said, we're not actually here to do much route exploring. And if I can avoid battling this guy, I will. If I can't, I can't. Oh look, a Zubat. Let's, skedaddle. I'm actually surprised that this guy can see you over the tall grass. Anyway, over here, you can grab yourself a Razor Fang, and that is, of course, why we came to this route. That Razor Fang, if we scroll way, way, way down in the menu, the Razor Fang's main use, well, the Razor Fang is occasionally causes the user to the foe to flinch if it's held by a Pokemon in battle, but it actually has a secondary use. So we'll be getting rid of that amulet coin temporarily, and we will switch Gligar to the front. And those of you who saw that clock at the beginning of this episode will know that it is nighttime. You must do this at nighttime if you want to use this particular, if you want to use this particular function of the Razor Fang. Anyway, we've encountered a Wild Houndour. I will Earthquake it. Houndour is a pretty good Pokemon. You can find it here. It's very close to evolving at the levels you can catch it here. Good special attacker, great types, dark and fire. Very, very good Pokemon for this particular area. Anyway, we'll keep running along. And you can also catch Rhyhorn here. Rhyhorn is another Pokemon that gained an evolution in this game. Rhyperior is okay. You want it to have the ability Solid Rock, so I believe Rockhead is the ability that you want to catch these guys with, if you're catching them now, here and now. And we'll run through this grass a bit. And here's another Rhyhorn. Nothing too exciting, just trying to grind up a little experience. Well, not battling any of the trainers here. I could have made my life simpler and just battled that collector, but since when do I do things the simple and easy way? And Rhyhorn goes down. We gain 443 experience, which causes Gligar to level up. And you want to learn the move Slash. I think I'm good with your old moves. Yeah. But what's this? Gligar is evolving. Yes, if you have Gligar level up while holding that Razor Fang at night, it will evolve into... well, Gliscor, which is one of my favorite evolutions, new evolutions for an older Pokemon that was released in this game. Anyway, it wants to learn the move Night Slash. See, I'm tempted because Night Slash is more powerful than Feint Attack, but and it can land critical hits fairly often, but it doesn't have that always hit feature that Feint Attack does. Since Gliscor over here is going to be my main counter, at least for a little while, for Zexy's Staravia, I'm going to say no. But that is a good move, and if you wanted to learn Night Slash, evolve your Gligar at or before level 31. Anyway, with that, we're going to head back to Veilstone City. And that's pretty much all she wrote for this episode. I'm going to heal up, and I said I'm going to heal up. And then in the next episode, we're going to explore this wonderful, wonderful city. So yeah, I think we've accomplished quite a bit this episode. We haven't made a ton of story progress, but we explored a new route. We saw somebody who had a Munchlax. Oh, don't worry, if you wanted to see Munchlax for your Pokedex, you don't actually have to go into that cafe and battle the collector. There will be a mandatory battle where you see a Munchlax later. But yeah, so we've explored a new route, we've arrived in a new city, we've evolved one of our teammates. So, I will see you all next time.